Instagram just quietly released a feature that lets you connect Claude AI directly to your Instagram account. And when I saw it, immediately I thought one thing. I can turn this into an appointment setter that lives inside my DMs 24/7. An AI that reads every single message that comes in, respond in my voice, qualifies the leads, and handle their objection, and books the call fade into my calendar without me typing a single word. So that is exactly what I built. And in the video, I'm going to show you the full setup so you can do the same thing for your business. Now, before you think this is another one of those janky auto DM tools that send the same robotic message to everyone and gets your account flagged, let me be clear. This is completely different. The messaging this AI sends sound exactly like me. People reply, they have full back and forth conversations, they share details about their businesses, they ask questions, and at no point does anyone realize they are not talking to me directly. I'm going to show you a real conversation in this video, unedited, so you can judge for yourself. And look, I did not just wake up one morning and figure this out. I have spent the last year going on every AI tool, every automation platform, every EM workflow that exists. Before this, I hired 2 different appointment setters. The first one cost me around $3.5 a month. She was great for about 3 weeks, and then the response time started slipping. Messages got sloppy, leads started complaining, they never heard back. Let her go. Hired the second one. Same story. $4,000 a month, went off scripts constantly. I was spending more time managing him than if I just had done it myself. So I stopped hiring people for this role entirely, and I built an AI that does better than both of them combined for $24 a month. So here's everything I'm going to walk you through in this video. Number 1, how to connect Claude directly to your Instagram so it can read and respond to your DMs natively. Number 2, how to train the AI on an actual voice using your past conversation so every message it sends sounds like you personally wrote it. Number 3, the exact qualification logic I built into the system so it asks the right question, filters out time wasters, and only books call with people who are genuinely fit for your offer. Number 4, the automated follow-up engine so no lead ever dies in your inbox again. It follows up with full context, not some generic copy-paste prompt messages. And number 5, I'm going to give you the entire prompt template I use, the full system prompt for free, so you can plug it into your Claude today, connect it to your Instagram tonight, and wake up tomorrow with an AI setter working your DMs while you sleep. Before I show you how to build this, let me show you why I had to. Because if you have ever hired a setter or tried to run your own DMs at scale, what I'm about to say is going to hit very close. If you want my team to build this entire AI setter system for your B2B business, custom trained to your offer, your voice, your qualification criteria, the link is in the description. Book a strategy call and we will map it out for you. This is it. Back to the building. Let me tell you what happened when you hire an appointment setter, because I had done it twice and it played out the exact same way both times. Week 1, week 2, everything is great. They are following the script, they are responding fast, leads are moving through the pipeline. You are thinking, finally, I do not have to sit in my own DMs anymore. This is the hire that changes everything. Then, week 3 hits, response time starts slipping. Messages get really sloppy, they start freelancing the script, adding their own little spin to things that were working perfectly fine. You start noticing leads going cold that should not be going cold. And by week 4, you are getting messages from prospects saying, hey, I never heard back from you or your team. And now you are back in DMs yourself, cleaning up the mess. Except now, you are also paying this person $3,000 a month to create work for you. You are literally paying someone to make your life even harder. And here's the thing that nobody talks about. The setter model itself is broken. It's not just about finding the right person. The structure does not work. Think about it. Human setters do not scale. If your lead volume goes up, you need another setter, which means another salary, another person to manage, another person to train. They are a single point of failure. If your setter gets sick, quits, get approached by someone else offering $5,000 a month, your entire pipeline dies overnight and you are starting from scratch. Training is a recurring cost that nobody accounts for. Every new setter needs weeks to learn your offer, your voice, how you handle objection, what qualifies someone for a call, and even after all that training, the conversation quality is never consistent. Monday morning energy is different from Friday at 4 p.m. energy, and I will be honest with you. The brutal truth is that most setters are running your script at maybe 60% of how you would run it yourself. You know it, I know it, we all just accept it because the alternative was doing everything yourself. What if there was a third option, not hiring a setter, not doing it yourself? What if you could take everything that makes you good at closing in the DMs, your tone, your qualification process, your objection handling, the way you build report and clone it into an AI that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and never has a bad day, even Friday. This is exactly what I did with Claude. Let me show you how I built it. Here's the build. Step 1. You need to define your setter's brain. Open up Claude and create a new project. Think of this project as your setter's permanent workspace. Everything it knows, everything it does live here. Now, inside this project, the most important thing you are going to write is the system prompt. This is the DNA of the AI setter. This is the training manual you wish every human setter actually memorized and followed. And it needs 3 core sections. Section 1 is the identity. You are telling Claude exactly who you are, what your business does, the offer you sell, the price point, the language you use, the tone. Be specific. Do not say we help businesses grow. Say we build the AI-powered acquisition system for online B2B businesses doing over 500K a year who are tired of inconsistent lead flow. The more specific you are, the more specific the AI's conversation will be. Section number 2 is the qualification criteria. This is where you tell the AI who is a fit and who is not. What revenue threshold makes someone worth a call? What business model do you work with? What pain points do your best clients have? What disqualifies someone immediately? Write this the same way you would brief a setter on day 1, except Claude will actually remember it. And section 3 is conversational rules. This is the behavior layer. You are telling the AI never pitch in the first message, always lead with value or a genuine observation. Never ask for a call before you have qualified them. Match the prospect's energy. If they are short and direct, be short and direct. If they are warm and chatty, mirror that. These are the same rules that make a great setter great, except the AI follows them every single time without exception. Now, here's the step that separates a generic chatbot from an AI that actually sounds like you. And most people skip this, which is why AI message reads like a customer service bot from 2019. What you are going to do is go into your Instagram DMs right now and find 10 to 15 of your best conversation, the ones where you personally ran the conversation and it ended with a book call or a closed DM. Screenshot those, copy the text, and paste them straight into your Claude project as a reference material. Then you tell Claude, study this conversation, learn how I open, learn how I transition from small talk to business, learn how I handle pushbacks, learn how I move someone from interest to booked. This is how I talk. This is my voice. Every message you write needs to sound like you. And here is the detail that matter more than you think. Include your personality quirks. If you are direct and you cut through the fluff fast, make sure the AI does that. If you open with a bit of a humor or you use certain phrases, teach it those. Because the whole point is when someone reads a message from your AI, it should feel identical to getting a message from you. That is the entire game. If the voice is off, nothing else works. Once you have loads, those conversation, test it. Give Claude a fake scenario. Say, a founder of a SaaS company just DM'd me saying they are interested in working together, but they are not sure if it's the right time. How would I respond? And then look at what Claude's right. If it feels like you, great. If something is off, tell it what to adjust. Keep refining until it nails it. Alright, step 3 is where you build the logic that turns your AI from a conversation list into an actual appointment setter. Because responding to messages is one thing, qualifying someone and getting them on a call, this is a different skill entirely. What you are going to build inside the system prompt is a 4-stage flow. Stage number 1 is the warm-up. When a new DMs comes in, the AI does not pitch it. It does not qualify it. Acknowledge their message, show it has a real person, and ask one smart question about their business. Something like, I appreciate you reaching out. What are you working on right now? Simple, human, gets them talking. Stage 2 is qualify. Based on their response, the AI asks 2 to 3 specific questions that determine whether this person is actually a fit for your offer. This could be, what does your revenue look like right now? What have you tried before? What is your timeline for getting this sorted? These are the same questions you would ask, except now the AI asks them every single time in the right order without forgetting one. Stage 3 is the bridge. If the person qualifies, the AI connects their pain to your solution. And this is important. It is not a pitch, it's a bridge. Something like, that actually sounds a lot like what we help other B2B companies solve last quarter. We built a system for exactly that situation. If you want, I can walk you through how it works on a quick call. See how this is natural? It does not feel like this is a sales script. It feels like a person who listened, understood the problem, and offered to help. Stage 4 is to book the call. The AI suggests a specific time, sends your calendar link, and confirms. Done. Lead qualified, call booked. You did not type a single word. If someone does not meet your criteria, the AI not just ghosts them, maybe a free resource or point them somewhere helpful and keeps the relationship warm, because that person might refer someone who is a fit, and they will remember how they were treated. All of this is logic, lives inside your system prompt. You write it once, the AI follows it on every single conversation, every single time. No off script moments, no shortcuts, no Friday afternoon energy dips. It runs the same playbook at midnight on a Saturday that it runs at 9 a.m. on a Monday. Step 4, connecting this to your actual Instagram. Here's how the workflow runs day to day. A new DM comes in your Instagram, could be from your content, your ads, a comment trigger, a story reply, whatever the source. You open the DM, you copy the message, you paste it into your Claude project. Claude reads it, processes it against everything you have built, the identity, the voice, the qualification logic, and generate a response. You glance at it for 5 seconds. Looks good, you copy it, paste it, back to Instagram. Hit send, and you're done. Total time per conversation is 10 to 15 seconds. Compare that to 5 to 10 minutes if you were writing every message yourself, or 30 to 60 minutes of waiting if your setter happens to be away from their phone. You are still in full control. You see every message before it goes out, but Claude is doing 95% of the thinking for you. Now, if you want to take this further, and this is for people who are handling high volume, you can use tools like ManyChat as delivery layer. ManyChat handles the sending and receiving of messages inside Instagram. Claude handles the brain, the actual content of every response. They work together. ManyChat is the body, Claude is the mind. And for the real advanced operator, you can connect Claude via the API to your full automation stack, so it reads incoming DMs and drafts response automatically. You just review and approve. But honestly, for the most people, the simple version copy paste send works incredibly well, and you can be running it into an hour. Step 5, and this is the one that makes the big difference in terms of revenue: follow-ups. This is where human sellers completely fall apart. You know the pattern. The lead comes in, your seller responds, the leads does not reply right away, and then nothing. Your seller moves on to the next message, and that lead is gone forever. Maybe they follow once with some direct bump messages 3 days later. Maybe they do not follow up at all. Either way, that lead is dead, and it was probably a good lead who just got busy. With Claude, you build the follow-up logic directly into the system prompt. You tell it, if there is no reply within 24 hours, generate a follow-up. Claude generates each follow-up contextually. It remembers the entire conversation. It picks up exactly where things left off. So instead of sending, hey, just pumping this, which is what every setter sends, it sends something specific, something like, hey, I was thinking more about what you mentioned about your lead flow drying up after Q1. We actually just ran a campaign that solved that exact problem. Thought it might be relevant. Let me know if you want to hear how it works. This is a follow-up that gets reply because it shows you were actually listening. All you have to do, paste the conversation thread back into Claude, and it sees the full history and generate the perfect next touch. No lead dies in your inbox because someone forgot to follow up on a Thursday. The system catches every single one. Alright, let us talk numbers, because this is where it gets really obvious. A human appointment setter costs you 2 to 4 grand a month in salary. On top of that, most of them want a commission on book call or close deals. Then you have the time you spend managing them, reviewing their conversation, giving feedback, retraining when scripts change, and then when they inevitably leave, and they always leave, you have the replacement cost, recruiting, interviewing, onboarding, training all over again. Realistically, a seller costs you $4,000 to $6,000 a month in total, where you're factoring everything. Claude Pro costs $20 a month, even if you stack ManyChat. On top of that, for the automation layer, you are looking at maybe $100 to $200 a month in total. So you are going from $4,000 to $6,000 to under $200. This is a 95% reduction in cost. And the AI is faster, more consistent, and it never hands in a resignation letter. But cost is only half the story. Let us talk about the performance. Response time: a good human seller average 30 to 60 minutes per reply. If they are busy, it could be hours. Claude generates a response in seconds. When you are active, you can have it in the prospect's inbox within 60 seconds of them messaging you. When you are not active, the drafts are sitting there waiting for you the moment you open the app. Human setters drift. They always drift. They get comfortable. They start improvising. They skip qualification questions because the conversation felt right. Claude follows your qualification logic every single time. It does not get creative with your process. It runs the playbook you designed. Follow up rate: most sellers follow up once, maybe twice if you remind them. Claude follows up as many times as your logical tells it, with full context every time, not a copy-paste bump. A real contextual follow-up that references the actual conversation. And scalability, this is the big one. If you go into 10 DMs to 15 DMs a day with a human secretary, you need to hire another one. With Claude, it is the same system, same cost, no new hire, no onboarding, it just handles more conversation. Let me be straight with you about what this does not do. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you I replace everything. It does not. Claude does not replace the full actual sales call. When a prospect gets on a call, they need to talk to you or your closer. That human element on the call is still where deals close. Claude does not replace your content strategy either. It handles what happens after someone DM you. You still need to create the content that draws people to your DMs in the first place, and Claude does not fully. And honestly, I see that as a feature, not a limitation. You stay in control, you catch anything that feels off. 5 seconds per message. The point is, Claude replaced the lowest leverage part of your sales process, the back and forth DMs conversation that eat up hours of your day or thousands of dollars inside your payroll. It handles the qualification, the objection handling, the follow-ups. So you can focus on the highest leverage part of the entire process, which is getting on the call and closing deal. Before I wrap up, let me hit the 5 objections I know are in your head right now, because I had every single one of these myself before I built this. Number 1, will people not know it is AI? No. Not if you do step 2 properly. When you train Claude on your actual conversation, the messages reads like you wrote them, the tone is yours, your phrasing is yours, your quirks are yours. I have had prospect that have 10 messages conversation with the AI and then hop on a call saying, thanks for being so responsive in the DMs. He had no idea. Number 2, what if it says something wrong? You review every single message before it sends. You are the quality filter. Claude writes the draft, you approve it, 5 seconds. If something looks off, you adjust it and send the correct version. You are never out of the loop. Number 3, this seems complicated to set up. The core setup takes 60 to 90 minutes. That is writing the system prompts, loading your voice example, building the qualification flow, and testing it. After that, it runs daily with almost zero maintenance. You are not rebuilding this entire thing every week. You build it once and it works. Number 4, I sell high ticket. This feels too impersonal for clients. It's actually the opposite, because Claude handles all the repetitive qualification work. The only people who end up on your calendar are pre-qualified, pre-sold, and ready to have a real conversation. Your close rate goes up because the quality of every call goes up. You stop wasting time on calls with people who were never going to buy. And number 5, what about ManyChat or Go High Level or whatever other tool? Those are delivery tools. They handle deploying, sending, and receiving messages. Claude is the brain. It trusts the actual content of every message. They are different layers of the same system. They work together beautifully. ManyChat send it, Claude write it, simple as that. So that is the full system, an AI appointment setter built in Claude that lives in your Instagram DMs. Qualify your lead, handle your objection, follow up without you asking, and book calls into your calendar. No $30,000 setup sitters, no missed messages, no going off scripts at 4 p.m. on a Friday. You have 3 options right now. 1, keep doing what you are doing. Keep paying setters who underperform, or keep sitting in your own DMs at 11 p.m. qualifying leads yourself. Take everything I just showed you and build it. The system is here. It takes about 90 minutes to set up. You will be running it by tomorrow. 3, let my team build it for you. We will train AI on your voice, set up the qualification logic for your specific offer, plug it into your DM workflow, and hand you a system that is booking calls within the first week. First link in the description, book the strategy call. We will handle the whole thing. If this was useful, drop a comment with the word setter, and I will send you the exact system prompt template I use, the full thing, yours for free. You can plug it into Claude today and start testing tonight.